On this episode of Cold-Blooded Cousins, we've woken up early to head to the cane fields to find our favourite species of snake, the Coastal Taipan. Cane fields are full of wildlife. They make great habitats for all kinds of animals and attract a lot of rodents. This is why it's so good for the coastal taipans, because it's easy for them to find their prey. Because the weather's finally nice and cool, we're hoping to find one under 10. Perfect taipan habitat. This is exactly what we're looking for. Let's have a look if anyone's home. The first light hitting the tin really warms the snakes up. Nothing in this one, but it's looking good. Taipan in here, it's a good size one. Alright.
Do you need me to hold the tin or?
Should be okay. Okay.
Oh, that's a good sized tie.
It's shedding. Yes! Big black one.
Oh, that is sick. That's a nice size one too. Oh, look at that.
Dude, we got one.
That's a sick one too. That is a big tie.
He's been eating under this tin.
Yeah. You see that opaque eye? That means he's in slough. And I often find them this time of year underneath things, getting ready to shed their skin. So he can't see too well that now, or I should probably say she. It's hard to know.
The amount of effort I've put in to searching one of these snakes, it's ridiculous. Like, it's taken me years of just finding one of them.
Yeah.
It's certainly a bucket list snake, and look how beautiful they are. Like, even though he's in slough.
How many dead ones have you seen before you found this one?
10.
10
so
roadkill.
10 roadkill ones, unfortunately. So this is my 6th roadkill coastal taipan. I don't often see the live ones. They really get hit by cars a lot. And we're in the primo habitat for taipans, and there's a car coming now, so I'll just move it off the road. That would have been early this morning. It's quite warm.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I can see the fang there.
Yeah.
Quite large. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. No, it's blurry. Oh, that sucks. People think taipans are everywhere. They're really not.
They're a difficult snake to find.
They've got so much body weight at the front. As Steve explains, they're like a Ferrari of the snakes. And this guy is so chill, I can hold him up a lot further.
You got him good there?
Yeah.
I'm getting some good close-ups, but it makes me a little nervous.
So, it doesn't matter what snake it is, it's all about trusting them. I trust this snake. I just want to support his body weight. Because you imagine, how would you like to be picked up by the end of the tail?
Or by your feet.
By your feet. Wouldn't be fun, but if it's a calm individual like this, there's no need to rush. Take your time and just be very gentle. The snake just responds perfectly to that. This is amazing. I haven't felt this adrenaline since I've caught a king cobra. And in a way, they're very similar snakes. They got that power, that wisdom. He's shedding now, so we can't quite see well, but he's thinking. He's wondering, what's going on? Who are these people?
It's the Cold-Blooded Cousins, mate.
I betcha Steven's just itching to have a hold of this.
I am. That's such a good taipan.
Because
look how chilled it is.
Usually taipans are quite fast, very fast. We've dealt with Western Ranges taipans and inland taipans, and they've been very quick. Now I'm lucky because most coastal taipans are extremely fast, fast like a black mamba fast. So it's early in the morning, and this is why I'm lucky, because we put in the effort. I actually done a night shift all night. I still haven't slept yet. Steven's like, it's gonna be good for taipans. We're gonna do it, we're gonna find one. It just goes to show, if you put in the effort, you'll get the reward. It's just, might be a lot of effort. There you go, Steve, I've warmed him up for you. And he's still very chill. He's just
have a look at that. So this is the Coastal Taipan, Oxyuranus Scutellatus, one of the most feared snakes in the world, one of the more dangerous snakes in the world. And I can say that I've worked with a lot of the snakes in the world, the more dangerous snakes. But as usual, their reputation precedes them, and particularly in this individual, very relaxed. It's not the first time I've had him up around my feet. He's on slough, which is helping. Very relaxed. Oh.
Nice wake up breakfast.
Oh.
With opening his mouth there.
Have to be a little careful with the taipans because they can lull you into a false sense of security where they'll be very relaxed and suddenly they'll put on a burst of speed and go flying out towards your hands and your legs. They're built in such a way, they've got a huge amount. You'll notice the neck and the tail are quite slender, and the middle of the body's quite robust. They're built in a way that really gives them a lot of power to strike very quickly in multiple directions and rapidly. They can go bite, bite, bite. It's very fast, very agile. The only thing that gives them a run for their money is the black mamba of Africa. Very similar snakes in the wild, I'm told, by people who have actually caught both of them in the wild. Very few people have done that. Hopefully I join that list one day, but not anytime soon. But because this individual's been pretty chilled, I don't think if he does have a serious go at me, it won't be much, and it won't be many. He is cool right now. It's still early in the morning. It's just cooled off this weather. It's been really stinking hot for ages. And look at that, he's just basking now. He's that relaxed that he's just, you know what, I'm going to bask and chill out. But you know what this means, Kyle?
We're going to Africa?
Not only that, pressure's on for me to catch a barra.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, wasn't much of a go, but wasn't really a go, to be honest. I've had them flick up and nearly bite me in the hand and bite me in the face before with incredible speed and power, but this guy's pretty chilled.
You've done this too much.
What?
You've caught too many taipans.
I don't recommend you do this, even with most taipans, but I know these snakes reasonably now, and I know I can get away with it. And you notice, I'm generally not much of an advocate for free handling, but you notice this guy's really chilled. I've sussed him out and he's relaxed. So I'm not going to preach either way on free handling. There are a lot of dangers involved in it, obviously, and it takes a lot to get it right and a lot of ability to read the animal. But you notice he was fussing. He was trying to get away. He was getting a bit grumpy. Now I'm holding him like this, giving him more body support. He's a lot more relaxed.
It's a different snake now.
Yeah, he just wants to sit there. He's like, oh yeah, this is all nice. I'm being supported and being held nicely. A lot of snakes don't like being held by the tail. And neither would you if you had one. That's a great bit of insight there. Oh man, this is not easy either. We're sitting in a mozzie pit. Whoa. And that's gives you an idea. That was slow as anything, but that gives you an idea of the power that these snakes have. Most snakes don't have the ability to go, nah, I'm going up and straight towards your belly. He's warming up a little bit. I'll put him off balance. Had to put him off balance in case he threw a strike then, he didn't. Not worth the risk, because even though we got Taipan anti-venom, there's still a snake you really don't want to be bitten by. A lot of the other snakes you can just go to hospital. Well, I shouldn't say just go to hospital, it's a big deal. But you know, you'll get your anti-venom, you do your first aid right, get your anti-venom in Australia, and you're generally pretty right. These guys will lay you up in hospital for weeks, quite possibly. Not only do they have a neurotoxin, they have a taipanotoxin, unique to the taipans, and it is nasty stuff. And I got better things to do than be laid up in hospital for weeks, but yeah, they can not only lay you up in hospital for weeks, but you know, there's still no guarantees with taipans. You got to remember that. They're still causing fatalities. Bites from them are medically very complicated. Ha! Now, even though he's slow, that's an example of what I was talking about. He had just gone completely limp and he was relaxed, and I was just about to pick him up, and then I just thought, I think he's trying to trick me. And yep, sprang back into animation straight away going, nope, you thought I was dead? And I think that's what they're doing. You thought I was relaxed, and if he was warmer, he could have put on a burst of speed and gone straight towards my legs. And he would have got most of the way there too, holding him just out of range. It's awkward, my legs are aching. Actually, when they're inquisitive like this, they're probably actually safer to handle than when they're completely relaxed. So he's gone limp again. This has to be one of my favourite snakes in the whole world. It's been a while since I've caught one. This is my first one for this season. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy. Oh, I just love these snakes. So misunderstood. So much mythology about the snakes, and so much history with it too. I recommend reading a book by Brendan James Murray called Venom. It's all about taipans. A bloke up north called George Rosendale, who got bitten in the 50s and survived. First person to survive without getting taipan specific anti-venom. Before they came up with anti-venom, every single bite from this species of snake ended up in a fatality. Well, he's chilled, but let's move him back a bit further. So if you want to understand the legend of these snakes, Venom by Brendan James Murray is a great book, and it also covers a story of a local hero up this way called Kevin Budden. He died in the process of bagging the first snake in the first taipan just outside of Cairns for venom research, for anti-venom research in the 50s. He's buried in Cairns Cemetery. Ooh. Absolute hero. And he's only in his 20s.
While we're on the subject of large snakes, back near Steve's house, there's a big scrub python sitting on the road.
Check this out. I've got a 3 metre scrubby sitting on the road trying to hunt the curlews. This is on my street, so this is pretty exciting. It's longer than I am, and I'm pretty tall. I'm just about 2 metres tall. So that'd put this snake up around 3 metres. He's trying to hunt these curlews. Problem with him sitting here, obviously, car comes along, he's going to be flat. So normally I'd move them the way they're going, but he's obviously come from the bush here. We don't want him going up into one of the neighbours' houses, so you better move him off. You probably won't like it. These guys always jump up. Come on, buddy. Leave him off. Oh. Have a look at that. What an awesome snake. A good looking snake. He wants to climb. Pretty chilled. Do not want to get bitten by a snake this size because it could be stitches. Even though it's obviously a harmless python. This is Australia's largest python, the scrub python, or longest I should say. Don't know if it's the heaviest. And this is a small one. And they're quite common. They're one of the more common snakes up here in North Queensland. So let's put him up in a tree. Alright. How's that? He wants to climb. Let's let him climb somewhere.
Maybe it lives in one of these trees.
Aren't they just a beautiful snake? Also known as the Amistine python. Oh, look how good he can climb. How cool is that? Right near home too.